It's Steam Next Fest time again, which means more demos than we could ever play, only available for 1 week, and over 3,000 to filter through. But don't worry, in this video I'm going to be going through all of them and highlighting some of my favourites that I think are worth your time. Hello Cozy Gamers, I'm Ellie and welcome back to the Cozy Gaming Club, where we love to talk about all the latest and greatest cozy games. Let's kick things off with some demos that I've already played, so you can check out my demo playthroughs or try them for yourself in Steam Next Fest. First up is Dragonsong Tavern, a cozy cooking and restaurant management game where you've just bought a seaside tavern at auction. But when you get there, you discover that things aren't quite what they seem. A baby dragon calls it in home, and if you're gonna live there, then you'll need to work together. Start your new life on a beautiful seaside farm where you can grow crops, fish in the seas, raise cattle, and explore the vast world to battle monsters and collect rare ingredients for your recipes. Then head home for the day to whip up some delicious food to serve to your clientele, who you can get to know personally and learn the stories of. I would really recommend checking this one out or watching my video. I had so much fun playing this one, and the demo is really long. This dark twist on a farming sim will have you struggling to keep all of your villagers alive, as a deadly plague threatens the village of Grimshire. As the newest resident, it quickly falls to you to keep the root cellar stocked by farming your land, raising animals, and gathering materials to strengthen your community. But not all animals have the same taste, so you'll need to cater to multiple palates as you keep the village well fed. Your community must work together if they are to survive, but not everyone will when Grimshire launches in Q2 2025. Next up is a fantasy-style farming sim adventure game set in the enchanting land of Seikyu. You and your sibling have just arrived after buying a house in the countryside with all of your savings. But of course, it's not a farming sim without having you restore the dilapidated and abandoned farmhouse. The fantasy elements are what makes this game stand out for me the most. The world around you isn't just magical, but you are too, with the ability to shapeshift into legendary creatures. Whether you want to be a crow and soar through the skies, or a slime searching a pool for treasure. You can use your abilities to help with your farm work, and over time you'll even be able to renovate the old buildings and open a luxurious monster inn. I have not seen anyone talking about this next game, and it may be one of my most anticipated games because it's so different to anything else I've seen. Instance is a heartwarming scrapbooking game where you build each page of a photo album and discover the story of one family across generations. Each photo is a clue to the family's history, and by sorting them chronologically, you can live their history alongside them. Also, what scrapbook game would be complete without adorable stickers, backgrounds, washi tape, and more that you can use to decorate your pages? This one is so innovative and different from any other cozy game I've seen recently, and it's going to be released at some point this year. Speaking of games I've seen no one else talking about, BloomTale is literally my dream game, and I cannot wait to play this one. In this cozy flower shop simulation game, you need to create beautiful floral arrangements to satisfy the needs of your customers. But it's not as simple as randomly pairing all the prettiest flowers, because each flower has a meaning, allowing you to craft bouquets from over 50 different unique flower types that convey specific emotions and messages. You can get creative when it comes to the arrangement of the flowers, the decorations, and the packaging of each bouquet though. Besides meeting your customers' needs, you'll also need to keep pesky bugs away from your blooms to keep them fresh, and you can decorate your shop to create the perfect atmosphere. BloomTale is also due to launch this year. I am honestly surprised that there isn't a cozy bookshop game yet, but between Tiny Bookshop and this next game, we're gonna have one very soon. Bookbound is a cozy simulation game where you build and run your own bookshop. Buy shelves, order in books, and decorate to your heart's content. Just make sure you've got everything your customers want in stock. This game has a lot of cool shop management perks like genres selling better when grouped on the same shelf, advertising, and you can even write, publish, and sell your own novels. Bookbound is launching on March 6th, so be sure to check it out before it releases. Next up is a cozy dinosaur game about digging up dinosaurs. Play as a paleontologist trying to bring a rundown museum back to life by mining for fossils, cleaning them up, and donating them to the museum. Explore an open world filled with dig sites inspired by real-life locations, and uncover 14 complete vertebrate fossils. You can also design your character to make the dino of your dreams, and there's a full cast of cute dino townsfolk for you to get to know as well. Next up is an unpacking like, where you work as a home service worker to help residents of Wisper Town with moving, organising and decorating their homes. Clean up their houses, unpack boxes and decorate in return for a generous salary that you can use to decorate your own personal space. The villagers here aren't conventional humans, so don't be concerned if you see the odd tree folk or fish folk wandering around while you explore the town, and everything it has to offer in Wisper the House. This one is also launching at some point this year. Open your own shop in this next game. Sugardew Island is a cozy farm shop sim that promises no pressure, so you can relax and unwind. After a surprising storm and a shipwreck, your journey begins as you awaken on a deserted island. To continue your adventure, you must collect harmony by selling goods to the forest folk to help heal the island. Take care of your animals and your farm, sell your goods, upgrade your farm, and fulfill small orders from the Harmony Tree to fill the tiny island with life again. Plus, it'll be launching on March 7th, so this is the perfect time to try it out before it releases. And your demo save carries over to the full game. If you've played Duck Detective: The Secret Salami and are looking for another puzzle game like that, may I suggest Little Problems, a cozy detective game. These cases aren't about murders or robberies though. Instead, you'll use your detective skills to solve mysteries around minor inconveniences, everyday misunderstandings, and little problems. What class do you have today, and when are you supposed to meet your study group? This is such a nice twist on typical detective games that make things a little more light-hearted and approachable, not to mention the cute art style, and it'll also be launching this year. Now, I first covered this game back in 2023, what? But it is finally launching sometime this year and the demo is available to play in Steam Next Fest. Campervan Make It Home is a cozy decorating game with narrative elements woven through it. Decorate your dream home on wheels and set out on a journey of discovery as you travel from location to location, uncovering the story along the way. What I love about this game is that you can decorate both inside and outside of your van, and there's loads of little space storing mechanisms to make it really interesting. Plus you get to bring an adorable pet corgi along with you on your adventures, and what's not to love about that? Become the manager of a care centre for adorable little monsters in this next game, which is due to launch on April 4th in early access. Monster Care Simulator is exactly what it sounds like. You're essentially a vet for monsters and need to care for them and raise them in your care centre. As you treat them, you'll earn money to upgrade your tools and expand your care centre to welcome even more monsters into your home. You can even find rare eggs and hatch them, and honestly, all the monsters look so silly. And we've got another monster game up next, but this time you're running an inn for monsters. Every day, a new monster guest will arrive at your inn, and you need to ensure that they have a pleasant experience. Build rooms, decorate, and try to create the perfect stay for your monster guests. They can also join you for activities like walking, fishing, and hunting, making this a full package holiday in Monsterest. If you ever played with Polly Pocket when you were younger, then Tiny Garden may appeal to you. It's essentially a simplified farming game where every turn of the handle progresses your plants to the next stage. Grow your own pocket-sized garden, collecting flowers and vegetables to earn money and unlock all of the seeds in the game. There aren't really any goals to worry about in Tiny Garden. This is just a relaxing decorating and farming game that lets you customize your own tiny world. You may know this next game by another name, as it used to be called Pine Lily Village. But Seeds of Calamity is inspired by classics of the farming and life sim genre and looks to add a magical twist. Most of the game plays like a regular farming game with, well, farming, fishing, and relationship building, but when you reach the mines, that's when things get a little different. There's a turn-based combat mechanic that lets you wield magic while fighting enemies. In the trailer, we get a little taste of this magic, but I'm sure there'll be more to come in the full game, and I do wonder if it'll bleed outside of the mines. And we have another witchy game up next, Wanderstop. After giving up your dangerous life as a fighter champion, you settle down to open a tea shop in a magical forest. Learn to make tea by growing and harvesting the ingredients before mixing them together in your unusual tea-making contraption. Care for your travelers and learn their stories to serve them their perfect brew. But along the way, you'll also be struggling with your decision to come here and trying to work out if this is really the right place for you. Maybe you'll stay here forever, or maybe it'll become nothing more than a memory. Try out the demo in preparation for when Wanderstop launches on PC and PS5 on the 11th of March. Solarpunk is a survival game in a technically advanced world of floating islands that you can play alone or with your friends. Construct buildings, grow food, craft gadgets, and explore distant islands with your own airship, while using sunlight, wind, and water to create an energy system and automate your processes like gathering resources and watering your plants. I've been loving the recent focus on sustainable and environmental games like Terranil, Solarpunk, and Outbound, and hopefully they keep coming. Solarpunk is due to launch this year. This one has been all over social media and it's called Tailside. In this cozy cafe game, you'll open up your own cafe in a beautiful pixel art world. Learn how to brew the perfect cup of coffee to keep your regulars happy, and maybe you'll even be able to befriend them. In this game, making coffee has its own minigame for you to experiment with multiple different brews and minigames to make the coffee making experience fun. And of course, you can decorate your cafe to personalize it to your own taste and preferences. Personally, I love small puzzle games that you can play when you have a few spare minutes, and I'm excited to say that there's another one coming soon. Squeakross Home Squeak Home is a nonogram game where you buy a new home for your cute little mouse friend that you can design yourself. Solve puzzles to unlock furniture, decorations, and accessories for your pet, and over time you'll be able to unlock new rooms and more to decorate. 2025 must be the year for shopkeeping games because we've got another one up next. In Merchants of Rosewall, you'll set up your own shop and fill it with the goods your citizens desire. You'll need plenty of resources, long days of work, and a crew of talented and creative companions to help you succeed. But things won't be easy. As you settle into your rhythms, you'll face all kinds of challenges, from fickle clients to stingy suppliers and personal dilemmas with your staff, as well as demanding bosses and more, which could change how you see the city, the shop, and the world around you. We've got another unpacking-esque game up next, except this one has plants. Lots and lots of them. Fill your apartment with greenery and create your own haven in urban jungle, an adorable decorating game with a twist. There's also a puzzle element to this game where every plant has preferences, and you need to work them out to place them in their optimum position. From sunlight to humidity to even their plant neighbours, there are lots of different factors that can affect the mood of your green friends. But just like unpacking, there's also a narrative to discover through the world around you. As you progress, you'll uncover a heartwarming story about the life of your character, which unfold across the different stages of the game. I mentioned Duck Detective earlier, and the great news is that there's a sequel coming out and a demo for it is taking part in Steam Next Fest. Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping is a spooky new installment in the Duck Detective series that sees Eugene McQuacklin heading to a haunted campsite to investigate a new crime. Get ready to interview suspects, inspect evidence, and deduct the truth as you investigate a ghostly mystery. Just like many of the other games on this list, Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping is also due to release this year. I can really see this game being the next power wash simulator. But instead of cleaning, in Spray Paint Simulator, you are painting everything, from cars to houses to giant robots for some reason. Open your own spray painting business and start bringing colour to the world of Splatterville. Meet the residents as you complete their various jobs, and as you earn money, you'll be able to upgrade your tools to take on even bigger tasks. There's plenty to keep you busy, and your job will involve more than just spray painting, as restoration and repairing plays a key role too. This one is due to release in Q2 2025, so hopefully we'll see a release date soon. And we're finishing on a high note with the demo for Kabuto Park from one of the developers behind Minami Lane. In this adorable creature collector, you need to explore Kabuto Park and capture cute bugs that you can level up and use to challenge the other kids. Become the Summer Beetle Battles champion by catching and training the best bugs. And there's over 40 different species to discover, each with different stats and abilities to use in combat. This game looks utterly delightful, and just like Minami Lane, it's a short and sweet experience filled with strong summer vibes and childish wonder. So those are just 25 cozy demos out of the 3,000 that are available to play this Steam Next Fest. Let me know which ones you're going to play down in the comments, and if you've seen any that I haven't mentioned, then drop those down there as well. I love to discover new games and would like to check them out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!